Well, good morning. Welcome to day 5. It is Sunday, and I'm home and not at work, which is nice. It is, God, what time is it anyway? No, it's after 8 a.m. Yeah, it is. It's 8:32. So it's 8:32 in the morning, and we are just getting out here to get started. Ram is feeling a little bit better today. Still kind of groggy, but that's to be expected with everything we've been going through. Yesterday, I tried showing you this last night, but lighting, of course, was not all that good. But we got skinned in here, or finished the day off getting it skinned, and we got this little nook in here going into the water room skinned as well. One thing I was hoping to get to yesterday that I didn't get to was the fencing. So we are going to be working on fencing today. Ought to be interesting. Shouldn't take too long. We've got the fencing to do in here. First order of business though is going to be over here. I have some leftover cemetery panels, skins that need to get put away, so I'm going to do that first now that I can see where they go. Past that, I realized last night, middle of editing, I forgot to do breakfast of the day. So we are going to try something a little bit different. I'm going to give you breakfast of the day today, and then tonight, to make up for forgetting it yesterday, we are going to do a happy hour, if I remember, and if I'm feeling happy. So there's your caveat. So you'll get two things from me today, hopefully, if I remember. Speaking of breakfast of today, breakfast of the day for today. There we go, that sounds better. You're going to have what I just had. I actually took the time out for a change to get something to eat before I came out. That's why I'm out here at 8:30 and not at 7:30. Leftover cheese hamburger pizza. It's a pizza made to look like a cheese hamburger. We tried it from Domino's. I wouldn't recommend it. Whoever heard of a cheeseburger without mustard and pickles? The pizza had no mustard, no pickles. And I remember Hellmouth, Troy, France. Over by his place, he's got a little pizza shack. It's not one of the major brands. It's a mom and pop store. They do a cheeseburger pizza. And they have mustard, they have pickles, they have all the toppings. Anything you'd find on a cheeseburger, you found on the pizza. Domino's, they dropped the ball. No lettuce, no mustard, no pickles, no mayo. Don't waste your money buying it. It ain't worth it. It's good, but it just wasn't cheeseburger. So anyway, we'll pass that. But anyway, we've got, like I said, we've got this to do. We've got the fencing over in the graveyard to do. And then we're going to start working down the front of the house, which means I got to get this stuff cleaned up and out of the way, and we'll be doing partition walls and skinning. So that's on the docket for today. Past that, I don't know how far we're going to get. I know doing the chain hallway down along the front of the house here will probably take a bit. Partitioning will go quick. Skins always take a little bit of time. But we're dealing with something new with the skins for the chain hallway, so ought to be interesting. But I'm going to put down the camera. Let's get to work. Just realized it's going on about 4 o'clock, and I haven't shot anything. So I think, I better grab the camera and give you guys something. You just can't have the opening and the closing. We started out today over here in the graveyard. Got the fencing in. We're thinking, depending on how the graveyard goes, of putting a fence diagonally across here and putting something back into here to fill this space. we want to see what we've got, you know, to do that. We are going to also put a screen on that back wall, so we'll have some Atmosphere FX, Cindy Skinless, and a couple of other things playing on the screen in here. We've been doing that the last couple of years, and it's been really popular. And I redid the fence in here. On my mapping, I had this piece running straight out to here, then over to here, and then down. And it actually zigzagged a little bit more than that. And I got to looking at it this way was a lot better because it gave me more room. The zigzagging ate up a lot of space and took more fence panels. So we got a nice big area for the graveyard and into the mausoleum. Graveyards as far as we're going to go. Now, once I got that done, we started in the chain hall, got all the partition walls up, and I just got done getting all the skim panels up. And we're going backwards through the chain hall. I ended up having to bring the Iron Maiden out to get my spacing for the width and for the divider here. On my map, I was supposed to come out to about here, you know, about 3 feet. And there just wasn't room for people to get by with the Iron Maiden there. So I took 2 foot off and just left a little jog. The fence is going to run right up next to the Iron Maiden. So, and then we'll have the bride over here next to it. But I literally just finished. And sorry for all the panting. The smoke today out here is about twice as bad as it was yesterday. And I've been taking breaks off and on all day. And I'm ready to go take another one. But I wanted to shoot you this clip. Now that the chain hall is done, as far as partition walls and skins, I've got several other projects I need to do in here before we can move on to the next display. First one is it's a very uneven flooring being in the garden, and we have a hell of a dip right here that's a tripping hazard when it gets dark. So I need to get rake out, and we got to kind of fill things in, level it off, and part of our garden trim there needs to be cut off because I have been tripping over that. So I've got that to do. And then also, after I made these, on the back of the panels, I used caulking to cover the wiring. These are the panels that I put LED lights in. When I put them away after making them, the caulking was dry to the touch. And I didn't think much about it. But with all the moisture, some of the caulking didn't dry all the way. And it stuck, you know, leaving trace marks on it. Like this one's really bad. When we took it apart, it pulled the paint off. Not all the panels are marked up, only a couple of them. You know, there's a nice little big bad one there. So I've got to get my gray paint out, go through and touch them up. Also, this is our chain hallway. This is where the room we have all the chains hanging down from the ceiling. I need to get in here, and I'm just using bracing material to do it. But I run straps across the walls to hang the chains from. So I'm going to get figure out what I need for strapping. I got to get all that in as well. So when I'm ready to do the chains, I can just come out here and put them in without having to frick around with a ladder and strapping and screws. And then the third thing I need to do out here, these are the wires to the LED light bulbs. And I missed the screw there. I gotta remember to get that in there. I want to go through tonight and get these wired too. I don't have the power station out here, so I can't hook them up to power. But I can get these all wired and just leave a pigtail sticking out at the end that I can clip on to, attach onto to hook up to power. I'll make it a lot quicker, a lot easier, and I have the time. So we're gonna get that done too. I gotta get those 3 projects done. I got the raking, the painting, and the wiring, and the strapping. So I've got 4 things to do, not 3. Ram can't count, apparently. But anyway, before I do any of that, I'm going to go take an hour or two off. Today's a freebie day anyway. I'm not even supposed to be out here today. I'm supposed to be at work. So I'm ahead of schedule. But I'm going to take a couple hours off, I think, and go in the house and get out of the smoke and let my body detox a little bit. And then probably come out after dinner, and we'll see what we can get done with what we've got left. And then whatever we don't get done, we can finish up tomorrow. Okay, I did end up taking a break for about a half hour, and I'm sitting in there, and I just couldn't sit there. I ended up back out here. Worked for about 45 minutes or so, and Sue Ann called dinner. So I went back in, took a half hour off for dinner. And now I'm back out here, and I'm at it again. We've made it in here, and I've got the ground all raked, and for the most part leveled, all the little dips and stuff taken care of, and I'll probably have to do it again by the time we get done with everything. I also went through and touched up all the panels. Got that done. I just finished this up here, and it runs the whole length of the haunt. Couple of them, like this one here, is bracing, and then there's two others. This one at the entrance to the chain hall, and there's another one at the exit to the chain hall, which is what the curtains hang on. All the rest of the bars, all the way down, will have a set of 3 chains on them, hanging down that people have to kind of push through. Normally in years past, this one here that we have up for bracing, I usually have chains hanging down from it right in front of the display. And this year I decided no chains there. So we got all that done. Now, my next chore, and I'm going to get started on it. I don't know if I'm going to finish it because it takes a while. I want to get all the wall panels wired up. And I think I'm going to start down there on that corner, work my way in and around over the exit, and then back it around on the upside and do it all in one wire, which will come off here on this corner, wrap around here, and go over to where my power box will be eventually. So we're going to get started on that. I doubt we'll get it done today, so I don't know. We'll have to kind of wait and see. It's about 7:30, almost 8 o'clock, I think. In fact, why don't I just look at my phone and see what the damn time is? That would help, huh? Yeah, it's 7:34. So, I don't know what I'll be able to get done. If I stay out here to 9, that gives me an hour and a half to frick with it. And it takes a while to do that wiring. So, we'll have to wait and see how things go. Okay, end of the day wrap up. Last segment I mentioned about doing some wiring on those wall panels, or at least getting a start on it. After I shot that clip, we had some family issues popped up, and I've been dealing with that for about the last half hour or so. It's a little after 8 now. No one's hurt, it's just some stuff that needed to be dealt with, and that's all I'm going to say on the matter. But anyway, it's too late to get started on the wiring. So I am just going to go bag it for the day, be in the house before 9 for a change. I've been getting into the house in between 9 and 10 the last 4 days. So I'll get in the house a little early tonight. As far as the chain haul goes, the only two things I need to do in there is wire up those panels, and I've got to get the fence for the display in there. And then we're done with that display and should be into the witch. I know tomorrow we've got some work-related errands in the morning. It'll take a couple hours. So it'll be a little bit later start. But when we get back, we'll get the 2 items done in the chain haul, and then we're going to get started doing the witch. And I have no idea how far we'll make it on the witch tomorrow. So that's kind of where we're at. Happy hour. I'm not very happy at the moment. But I did promise, that we'd try to do a happy hour. I'm not sure how many of you are, well, not are, but like mocha flavored drinks. I've got one I've never had. Friends of mine have had it. I've seen it. It's called a Brown Cow. You buy it by the pitcher. And it's a mocha style of mixed drink. And if you get it by the pitcher and let it sit for about 10 minutes, it'll start to separate and all the mocha flavoring will float to the top and all the alcohol will settle to the bottom. So when you start drinking it, by the time you get to the bottom, you're drinking nothing but straight alcohol. Right now, I could use just some straight alcohol. So your happy hour drink, Brown Cow. Whoever asked me about doing the happy hour, there you go. There's your happy hour, a picture of Brown Cow. So look it up if you want, if you want to know what's in it. I have no idea exactly what's in it. I just know the name, Brown Cow. Then again, Fuzzy Navel sounds good too, and I've had those. Those are good. Or it's peach schnapps and orange juice, and with a couple other ingredients. Those are good too. Another one's coming to mind too that sounds good. Long Island iced tea. That sounds really good. In fact, I think that beats all of them so far. So I might change it from Brown. No, we'll keep it to Brown Cow. Anyway, there's your happy hour. Stay spooky. And stay toxic.